Hi everybody. Today's episode of What is Church is titled A Good Finish. In Ezekiel chapter 18 verses 20 to 24, it reads, "The soul who sins is the one who will die. The son will not share the guilt of the father, nor will the father share the guilt of the son. The righteousness of the righteous man will be credited to him, and the wickedness of the wicked will be charged against him. But if a wicked man turns away from all the sins he has committed and keeps all my decrees and does what is just and right, he will surely live. He will not die. None of the offenses he has committed will be remembered against him. Because of the righteous things he has done, he will live. Do I take any pleasure in the death of the wicked? Declares the sovereign Lord. Rather, am I not pleased when they turn from their wicked ways and live? But if a righteous man turns from his righteousness and commits sin and does the same detestable things the wicked man does, will he live? None of the righteous things he has done will be remembered, because of the unfaithfulness he is guilty of, and because of the sins he has committed, he will die." These scriptures emphasize the importance of us having a personal relationship with God. As a parent, we can always choose to be a good example for our kids to follow as far as having a good finish and living the life that God wants us to live. But at the end of the day, our kids still need to accept God into their own lives and develop their own relationship with Him. As adults, whether we are at church, on our job, or anywhere in public, we all have a choice to make of whether or not we want to be a good example for other people to follow and have a good finish. Verse 23 is key, and I want to reread that verse again. It says, "Do I take any pleasure in the death of the wicked? Declares the sovereign Lord. Rather, am I not pleased when they turn from their ways and live?" God wants what is best for all of us, and what He wants is for all of us to have a good finish. The life that we live is not a race, but it is a journey. And in my opinion, it is much more important for us to have a good finish than it is for us to have a good start. There are many people in life that did not have a good start, but it does not mean that we cannot have a good finish. When I go to church, I am most encouraged by the older people that I see still coming to church year after year, Sunday after Sunday. Their bones are much older than my bones. They creak, they have pain. Some of them are on canes, they're on walkers, but they make a conscious effort to come to church every Sunday and do what they can to represent Christ. And that is such an encouragement for me, because I am probably half their age. But they are still walking the walk and doing the best that they can to live the life that Christ wants them to live. And they are truly an example for me to follow. I have two encouraging scriptures. The first one is going to be from Jeremiah 29, verse 11. And I've read this in the past, but I'm going to read it again because it's very fitting. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." And my last one is going to be in Galatians chapter 6, verse 9. And it says, "Let us not become weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we do not give up."